Welcome to this edition of Council Connections. This day we have the opportunity to connect with Councilwoman Marikay Abuzuaiter. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it.
We love these moments to just have an opportunity to sit down and talk with Council. This is a unique period in the sense that it's the first time City Council is serving a 4-year period. So I'm asking each of you, what are the objectives that you've outlined, being that you'll have 4 years instead of your regular 2 years?
Well, most of those who are elected to council ran on economic development, infrastructure, and public safety. In this 4 years, I have taken what I have learned over my last 6 years on City Council, and I feel that I'm able to bring forth some initiatives that will make our city safer and will make everyone in Greensboro feel like they are safe and secure in their homes and in their businesses.
So you've really focused your efforts and your objectives towards safety. What other issue do you have in mind as far as what you think is the most pressing issue facing the city right now?
Well, of course, we're worried about our crime, and I think everyone realizes we've had way too many homicides in the area. Other cities are experiencing the same thing, but I'm really motivated to try to get our community on board with more community watches, with having people go through the Police Citizens Academy, and if they can't go through the Police Citizens Academy, don't have the time, it's every 2 weeks, it's a 2-hour course for every 2 weeks for 13 weeks. Wonderful program. I always encourage people, if they can't do the police academy for citizens, then at least do a ride along with an officer, see what goes on in our city, see how you can become more vigilant in your neighborhood, in your workplace, and then you will know what to do if you see something unusual. The officers always say, if you see something suspicious, please go ahead and call us, because you never know when that one thing that you are seeing might actually be a crime they could prevent.
You do a lot of work with the Greensboro Police Department. What are you learning in terms of what they're trying to do to bring those numbers down?
I think a lot of it is they're wanting to build more relationships with people in the community. I know that they go to a lot of association meetings in different communities, and just building those relationships to begin with. They're working with a lot of youth. They have so many outreach programs that they actually, so many of the officers actually volunteer for on their own time. Of course, they do things like Special Olympics, raising funds for Special Olympics, but they really do want to talk to the youth in Greensboro. They want to see what problems are they experiencing. Are they experiencing bullying? Are they experiencing pressure from joining a gang, things like that? What type of peer pressures are they going through that we can certainly help them overcome those pressures, and that way they can, let us know what's going on in the community. We want everyone to be safe.
Absolutely. And law enforcement in recent months has been a very difficult field to populate. We've had classes of recruitment that have been very large dwindle down to classes that are very small. Is there anything additional? I know City Council is always supportive of our law enforcement and things that you've done as a group on council to ensure that they have adequate salaries and things of that nature. Are we getting better in terms of trying to get folks to be recruits?
I certainly believe so, because the recruiting class for this year is already up to almost 50.
Wow.
So it's a huge recruiting class, and I believe that the officers and the administration in the police department, their efforts have helped this. And I believe that they can see that, yes, they can make a difference in the city of Greensboro, and it's become more enticing for people to come back into the police department. I must give a shout out to the Police Foundation. They are great ambassadors for the police department and actually help them in many ways to, get things that the police department and their budget may not supply. For instance, they are the ones who purchased the first body-worn cameras for Greensboro. They've also recently purchased a bus that the officers can take around for certain tragic incidents that they can set up there and talk to folks in the residential areas where something might command posts, where something might occur.
Absolutely. Well, we have a top-notch police department for sure, and I think to have that many in the recruiting class currently in progress is a big testament to what they do.
And our police department is Gold CALIA accredited, which is really means that they are top-notch in the nation. So, you know, we're very proud of them.
Absolutely. Well, thank you,
Great.
Councilwoman
Thank
Abuzuaiter.
you.
We
Appreciate
appreciate
it.
these opportunities to sit down and connect.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.